YouTubers? Your brother YT Wake 'em Up, back at it again with another video. Let's get into more layoffs. More than 700,000 people have lost their jobs as of recent. This is a strategic collapse of the monetary system, so the new monetary system can emerge. If you didn't know, the White House has officially announced July 14th as Crypto Week. This is when the new monetary system goes live. 6 days, just less than another week, and we're gonna start to see just less than another week. Family, you already know what to do, and if you're brand new, 2 thumbs up this video so YouTube can push this content out. Smash subscribe to join the tribe, and ring the post notification bell as well.
Oh, we're getting fired. We're getting fired. We are getting fired. Look how empty it is. They said, fuck it, we're already fired. Let's leave now. Only the black people that need their hours is still here. Let's see. Oh, there's one white girl in the back. She needs her money. Let's see who else. Oh, Ghost Town. Oh, look, there's Color Girl. One more. And we're fucked.
My company done fucked up and laid me off. It's been 2 days. I'm unemployed and I got time to yap. So sit down. We got something to talk about. When I tell y'all I will mop the ocean, sweep the beach, walk from Florida to Alaska, and eat a denim jacket before I do 6 rounds of interviews to work for anybody, play with your mama.
Let me just do a part 3 while I'm at the park with my baby. First, y'all over here talking about making it about race. It has nothing to do with race. We all got laid off. Black, white, Chinese, Asian, Mexican, whoever, however. We all got laid off. You could have been purple. We all was getting laid off regardless. But the reason why they said because they were going smaller and going internal, which means they are resorting to India, the Philippines, like you guys keep saying, where they can get the job done for less pay. Also, the AIs, the robots, the automated system, the IVR systems, yeah. So, there's the answer to that. And if y'all want part 4 of what my life been like since I've been laid off, and this is day Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday. So this is technically the 4th business day, not counting the weekend. So yeah.
So I try to tell somebody, but they say, oh, ProFrac is doing really good. They ain't laid off nobody, woo, woo, woo. Look, I know what I'm talking about. Like, there are people who are working for these companies that are telling me this is what's going on. This is what's happening right now. I just got laid off. They laid off this many people. I got the letter. I survived the first round. People are getting laid off constantly right now. So, that being said, I'm not really promoting West Texas, North Dakota, Colorado oil and gas, or South Texas. It's not booming right now. It's going in the wrong direction. I get you out there, you're going to get disappointed. Just chill. Just chill.
Let's get a recap of this year. We're about halfway through the year already. So far, talks of war. We got mass layoffs, talks of tariffs, food shortages potentially on the way. The economy is in full-blown crisis mode. 140K is the new middle class. And even on that income, people are still paycheck to paycheck. The government is about to start printing money. Once again, once they drop the interest rates at the end of this month, then you will see mass printing of money, which will deflate the dollar even further. You cannot print money to get us out of this crisis. That's not going to work. That never has worked throughout history. It has only made it worse. The debt clock is about to increase by over $3.4 trillion, more than it is right now. Due to the big, beautiful bill, the USA is already over $37 trillion in debt. With that, there'll be over $40 trillion in debt. Yeah, people will have more money in their pocket, but those debt notes, because that's what the dollar is, it's a debt note, those debt notes won't be worth anything. They'll be worth less, and then the dollar will eventually become worthless.
Well, not much of a surprise. I told you guys a couple days ago that I thought the start of the AI purge in big corporate was starting, and I think it has. Microsoft kicked it off today in style, Microsoft style, right? Announcing layoffs of over 9,000 people. Couple that with, I think, the 6,000 people they laid off in May. Plus, I'm sure they had some other minor layoffs in between. So they're probably closing in on 20,000 for the year. I wouldn't be surprised if they get to 25 or 30,000 layoffs by the time we get to the end of the year. The other thing I wouldn't be surprised is to see a number of these other bigger companies follow suit. It always takes one to start the process, and Microsoft did the honors this time. Fresh off their all-time high of a stock price, and it was down a little bit after announcing the layoffs, which is a change. Usually when big corporate announces layoffs, we see stock prices go up. So don't think it's going to slow down. And again, like I said, if we're at 20,000+ for Microsoft, could they double that by the end of the year? I guess it's possible. So, and at the end of the day, it's like I said, just don't get too comfortable in corporate, especially if you're a Gen Xer. That time is coming. Corporate is just going to get uglier and uglier. And as I mentioned in a post, again, not too long ago, your bigger challenge isn't just the layoffs, it's finding the next job, because we're going to see fewer and fewer jobs, entry level, definitely with the AI, but, Gen X, it's going to be hard. You're expensive, unless you want to do the job of 2 or 3 people for the price of one, then you may be able to stick around a while longer. Anyway, if you're still in corporate, good luck.
Over 100,000 tech jobs have been cut so far this year. And the latest blow? Microsoft just slashed another 9,000 roles. Intel is shutting down its automotive chip division with massive layoffs. And Google's shelving products like Google TV to focus on AI? These aren't just numbers. They're mid-career engineers, fresh graduates, even game developers suddenly out of work. The message is clear. AI is booming, but people are getting replaced. Microsoft's hiring AI for code, Intel's pivoting to core chips, and Google's slimming down non-AI teams. Now remote workers and laid-off staff are calling it the summer of the tech purge, flooding LinkedIn with heartfelt stories and job search pleas. So here's the big question. Are we witnessing a brutal industry reset, or is this the price for building the AI future? Drop A if you think AI needs humans still, or if you think machines can do it better. Let's talk.
Have you noticed how many layoffs are happening lately? Tech, finance, retail, no industry is safe right now. I talk to people every day who thought that their job was secure until they got that dreaded email, meeting invite, or God forbid, they got let go on a group Zoom meeting. No warning, no plan, just gone. Income gone, lifestyle gone, in some cases, dignity gone. That's why I believe in always having a plan B, because depending on one source of income, especially one that someone else controls, is a dangerous game in 2025. Now, if you don't know me, my name's Steve. I've been helping people with their plan B since 2012 when I started in...
Y'all know the motto that I promote here on this channel. One income is too close to none. One is too close to none. It's time for a plan B, Z even. You have to stay prepared. That way you don't have to get prepared when everything is crashing. You have to see the writing on the wall early and transition while you still have an opportunity. While you still have an income, diversify, turn your trash cash into assets. Employ your dollars so they can go out and make more money for you, make more dollars. The US dollar has lost 96 to 97% of its value since the enactment of the Federal Reserve. The last 3 to 4% is about to be lost for sure by 2026, but no later than 2030, when the whole world will be operating on the new monetary system, powered by stablecoins, CBDCs, and blockchain technology and cryptocurrency on the other hand. A digital dollar is right on the way.
When I said AI was going to eliminate a lot of jobs, this type of headline was exactly what I was talking about. Microsoft recently announced that it will be laying off 9,000 employees on top of the 6,000 employees that were already laid off in May. A lot of people are speculating that these jobs are going to be reshuffled overseas. However, this layoff is global. When Microsoft was asked what prompted this round of layoff, they mentioned that they would like to shift their focus and investment into AI and also introduce a more agile system that will curb middle management and allowing fast decision making. Microsoft doubling down on their AI initiative, it's only obvious because if you didn't know, Microsoft owns one of the biggest cloud platforms in the world called Azure. And if you know anything about AI, you will know that cloud is a very important component. However, deciding to cut the middleman literally screams we are going to create and invest in AI technologies that will replace these jobs and make our decision-making process faster. It is no secret that big tech companies have been advocates of introducing artificial intelligence in their business systems, and Microsoft is no different. It is important to understand what this means for us so that we can make decisions for our future better.
I know I look ugly right now, but I don't even care, bro. I don't care. Yo, tell me why I just went to work today and was there probably an hour. They called me and my lab partner. They said, can you and so-and-so come into the conference room with me? And right then, that moment, I knew we were cooked. Long story short, our positions have been eliminated. The worst part about all of this is I literally started that job because I came from a lab that I got laid off from because the company closed. So I literally have just been here just a little bit over a year. And here I am again, right back in the same freaking position, bro. I can't do this, bro. Like, it took everything in me not to crash out in there on them folks, because I am just so angry. I'm so tired. It's like, if it's not one thing, it's another, bro. And on top of that, I'm in the middle of trying to move too. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. I've been working in labs in Little Rock since 2021. There are no labs here for real that are paying more than $20 an hour. It took me for 3 months to find this job after I got laid off from my last job. I worked in 5 different labs at this point. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to apply. I don't know. This is just all so. This is just too much. This is too much. This is too much. This is too freaking much for me.
Layoffs are all different and it comes in different colors. I am not an expert. I really don't know much about it. All I know is what I have experienced, and obviously this is my first time. The time frames are all different, depends on the company, depends on so many things, but again, I am not an expert. In my case, I had 2 choices. I could stay up until December, and then the second one, you could just not sign. Can't share what would be the details of people that wouldn't stay till December just because of privacy. Someone commented on one of my videos, what was the company that I worked for, what was I doing, and I really want to keep their privacy. I don't want to talk about what I was doing and all of that because it's really irrelevant. Also, I think that the respect is very important regardless of what happened, how it happened, and why. Integrity is everything. And also, this is just part of life. The time that I was there, I really had a great time. I met so many great people. I've learned a lot. And I think that that's what I decided to just focus on. Everything happens for a reason. Sometimes, you have in mind things that you want to do and you really don't do anything to make it happen. And sometimes this situation has to happen so that you can forcefully come out of your comfort zone and start doing something different for you that you really, really want, but you simply didn't do it before because you were just scared. So that's my takeaway. Again, I'm thankful for the opportunity and I'm just thankful for it. Also, not everything that we want is going to happen exactly how we think it should be, right? Sometimes it comes in different ways and different time frame, and that's something that we need to take into consideration as far as expectations of how our life should look like. In the end, mental health and being happy with who you are, where you are, and everything else is what really matters. I understand that everything happens for a reason, and that's really the bottom line.
This month, July 22nd, the Trump administration will publish a report on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency policy. This may include recommendations on funding and a strategic Bitcoin reserve. The Genius Act is also going into effect, and we will have a roadmap for banks to custody cryptocurrency and operate within the crypto system by September. Right now it's July, August, September. Less than 60 days, our whole monetary system will be completely changed. Once those money printers come on, I'm saying to myself, I don't think we're going to be seeing inflation no more. I think we're going to enter into a phase of hyperinflation. Study Venezuela, study Zimbabwe. Kids were outside playing in the useless trash cash. People were dumping their money on the streets and kids were playing in it because the dollar completely had no value. As that happens, businesses will have to do more layoffs. More mass layoffs will come. They won't even be able to pay their employees, right? We could see a transfer over to where, as Elon Musk said, AI is going to take all of our jobs. We know this is the roadmap or the blueprint for UBI, Universal Basic Income, to be ushered in. I'm saying keywords, as y'all know, so y'all can look them up and research them. Research for yourself how the monetary system is changing. Research the collapse of an empire. and how that works as well. Research the last recession and research the Great Depression.
If you've been seeing layoffs left and right, you're not crazy for feeling anxious, but I need you to hear this. You're not powerless, you just need a new strategy. If you're new here, I'm the People's HR, and we talk about the systems and the mindset shifts that you need in order to work. Here's how to start building your way out. Pick one skill that you already have and frame it as a solution. Secondly, use AI tools like ChatGPT or Gamma to package that skill into something teachable, offerable, or something that can be automated. 3 would be to start small, so offer it to one person, one company, or one organization. And lastly, don't wait to be chosen. Build systems that work for you. This is all what I teach in my Tech Glow Up program. You'll learn how to build nervous system friendly work only by using AI, automation, and alignment. Comment rebuild if you're ready to stop surviving the system and build your own, and I'll see you in the next one.
There's like this silent competition now in corporate, and I truly feel like it came from all of the layoffs and how layoff culture has instilled like a certain level of fear. I think that there is just this overwhelming sense and feeling that so many of us have to be visible in everything we do. We have to overly communicate. We have to overly showcase the things that we're doing. And while that is good and while that is a great thing to document your wins, I think that collectively in the corporate America space in the world, we are now feeling like we have to be better than each other so that during the next round, which we all know could potentially hit our door, during the next round, we were visible enough, we were vocal enough, we did more than enough so that we can secure our jobs. And it's something that makes me really sad because whenever, especially people that deal with mental health issues, myself included, it just feels so heavy knowing that you have to stay on all of the time and you have to try your best to just simply keep your job in a world where you're just simply trying to pay your bills. And I don't know if anybody else agrees or feels the same way, but it just feels heavy, and it also just seems like it's getting worse and worse.
Well, congrats, Gen X. You survived the latest round of layoffs. Now you are officially overworked, underpaid, and unfortunately still probably next in line for the quarterly layoffs that are around the corner. Again, I think these things are only going to ramp up, but this is definitely an area we don't talk a lot about. Nobody talks about a lot is obviously people get terminated during these layoffs is one thing, but the folks left behind, the expectation is you will pick up that work. And if you're a Gen Xer, you probably feel guilty and you think you should pick it up, or you're thankful that the corporation didn't let you go. And so you're going to pick up those additional responsibilities for no extra pay, probably absolutely not an extra bonus. And you probably will not be getting a raise just based on the financial situation all these companies want us to believe that they are in. But yet the quarterly bonuses for the CEO and the C-suite will continue to push forward, and I guarantee you we'll continue to see this in the press with C-suite getting rewarded for financial performance, even though, like in Microsoft's case, they're going to be 25,000 people terminated right this year. So it's backwards, it's broken, and it's going in the wrong direction. So if you are one of those Gen Xers that survived it, congrats, I think temporarily. If you need that runway to figure out how to get out there and go solo, use this time. Don't wait, because that other shoe is going to drop. And if you are ones that were caught up in the layoff and you're still doing nothing but looking for a job, I highly encourage you, go look for that first solo job. You know, I will stand by the fact it's easier to find your first customer than your next job. And there's multiple ways to do it. There's no one way. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. But if you've been solving a problem for 20, 25 years, there's help. There's businesses that need your help. And as a post I mentioned yesterday, I don't think it's ever been easier to connect with these small businesses. They get it. They'd rather pay you on a fractional or a freelance basis versus a junior full-time equivalent employee, right? That, you know, again, I can take 3 Gen Xers that have been doing this for 20 years for the same cost of, you know, 1 junior employee. So anyway, that's another post for another day. And if you are still in corporate and picked up additional responsibilities for no extra pay, congrats and good luck.
As y'all know, family, these videos are not to scare you, they are to prepare you. Me, I sprinkle a little bit of game in between each clip. I want y'all to research what y'all learned on this video because the monetary system is changing. And the reason we're seeing mass layoffs is due to that. It's the catalyst, right? The change of a monetary system, mass layoffs plays a huge part of that. Like we know in 2008, when there was a crash, that recession led many people to lose their houses as well as their jobs. This will happen again, but it'll be worse and on a much larger scale. It won't just be America, it'll be the whole world. This is the opportunity of a lifetime, though. You will either invest into crypto, the ISO 222 compliant coins, and be able to see your finances skyrocket, or you will be led down the route of accepting the stablecoin digital dollar, which is the CBDC, which is programmable, traceable money. China 2.0, a digital dictatorship. That's what's underway within the next 3.5 years or so. Educate yourselves on this topic if y'all don't know about it. I appreciate y'all. Peace into my Hebrew fam. Shalom. I will catch y'all on the next video.